Good day, everyone. Today we are going to talk about global political institutions. So, what is global political institutions? Global political institution is an organizations like the UN, the WTO, and NATO, the AU, and the ICC that creates rules and norms and procedures for international cooperation on shared challenges, managing peace, security, trade, and development by coordinating actions between states and other global actors. Global political institutions, these are the formal rule-based organization established by multiple sovereign states or other actors to manage and govern international relations, address transnational challenges, promote cooperation on political, security, economic, and social issues. And also, they provide a structured framework for centuries for uh, for centuries to interact, make collective decisions, and enforce agreed upon norms. And these organizations they also have written characters, they have defined mandates and organized bodies like the assemblies, council and secretariats that guide their operations. And it's open to participations by multiple countries with decision making processes often based on consensus or agreed upon voting rules. And addition to that is that they aim to mitigate conflicts, set global standards, coordinate policy and responses, and also they ensure accountability among member states. Its focus is that they address issues that cross national borders, such as war, climate change, human right abuses, that and trade dispute that problems that no single country can solve effectively alone. Next, we have the key examples include the Nations, the UN for Peace and Development, then the World Trade Organization for trade, and regional bodies like the European Union shaping global governance through diplomacy and collective decision making. And there's also two, no? The ICC and the AU. So the first key example is that we have the United Nations or the UN. So the United Nations or the UN is the central body for promoting peace, promoting human rights, and fostering economic and social progress with key organs like the General Assembly and Security Council. United Nations is the world's largest and comprehensive global political institution. This was founded in 1945 to maintain international peace and security, develop friendly relations among nations, and foster international cooperation in economic, social, cultural, and humanitarian issues. No, the United Nations is it operates through key bodies like the Security Council, no, the responsible for peace and security decisions, the General Assembly, the representative forum for all members, and the Secretariat, the executive arm. Like, for example, the United Nations mediates conflict between states, like facilitating peace talks in South Sudan, and coordinates global responses to crises like the COVID-19 pandemic through its World Health Organization, or a specialized agency. Next, we have the World Trade Organization. So the World Trade Organization, it manages global trade rules, ensuring fair treatment and providing mechanisms for resolving trade disputes. The World Trade Organization is a global institution. This was established in 1995 to regulate international trade. set rules for trade between nations, resolve trade disputes, and promote free and fair trade. While primarily economic, its mandate has significant political implications for state sovereign and global cooperation. The World Trade Organization operates a dispute settlement that educates conflict between members, like for example, resolving a 2020 case where the Philippines challenged India's tariffs on certain agricultural products, ensuring compliance with international trade rules. It also sets standards for issues like intellectual property and trade in services. Next is we have the North Atlantic Treaty Organizations, or the NATO. So this one is a military alliance focused on collective security and defense for its member state. And the World Bank and IMF, these two focus on global economic stability and development and financial assistance. So the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, this one is a military alliance and was established in 1949 under the North Atlantic Treaty. And it focused on collective defense, meaning an attack on one member is considered an attack on all. While regional in its core membership, the Europe and the North America, its influence and partnership extend globally. So the NATO, it addresses transnational security threats such as terrorism, cyber attacks, and territorial aggression. Like, for instance, the NATO conducted operation in Afghanistan from 2001 to 2021 to combat extremist groups. And it provides collective defense support to members like the Poland and the Baltic states amid tensions with Russia. Next, we have the European Union. So the European Union is a supernatural body where member states yield some sovereign for unified policies and a single market. So the European Union is a political and economic union of 27 countries in Europe that has developed extensive shared governance structure, including decision making on issues like trade, immigration, and foreign policy. It also represents a unique model of regional integration with supranational authority in some areas. So the EU, this one is a group of 27 countries in Europe that work closely together politically and economically, and also they share some decision-making powers. So things like trade with other parts of the world, rules about people moving out between countries, and how to deal with other nations are often decided together. It's a special way for countries in the region to cooperate with some power given to the EU itself rather than just individual countries. Next is we have the African Union, no? So the AU. So this organization is a continental political institution founded in 2002, succeeding the Organization of African Unity to promote unity, peace, security, and sustainable development across Africa. It also aims to integrate African states politically and economically, and address continent-specific challenges. So this organization is a continental political institution. This was also founded in 2002, no, succeeding the Organization of African Unity to promote peace, unity, security, and sustainable development across Africa. So it aims. Oh. So it means the AU mediates internal conflict like facilitating peace processes in Somalia, and Ethiopia that coordinates effort to combat corruption and work to strengthen democratic governance. It also lead initiatives like the African Continental Free Trade Area, or the AfCFTA, to boost economic integration. Next, we have the International Crime Court, or the ICC. This one is a permanent global court this was also founded in 2002 under the Rome Statute, tasked with prosecuting individuals for the most serious crimes of concern to the international community, like the genocide, crimes against humanity, war crimes, and the crime of aggression. So, the International Crime Court, this organization holds individuals accountable when the national courts are unable or unwilling to act. Like, for instance, it has opened investigations into conflict-related crimes in countries like the Democratic Republic of the Congo and Ukraine, reinforcing the norm that political and military leaders are not above international law. So what they do, no? First, they facilitate cooperations, no? They provide frameworks for countries to work together on issues beyond national borders, like the climate change, the pandemics, like COVID-19 during the 2019, and economic stability. Next is that they establish rules and norms, no? They develop international law and standards for state behavior. Third, we have they resolve conflicts. Now, they offer diplomatic channels and judicial bodies like the International Court of Justice for resolving disputes. Next is last, we have coordinate action. They enable coordinated responses to global challenges through shared institutions and decision-making processes. And why they matter? So they matter because in an interconnected world, these institutions are crucial for addressing complex problems that no single nation can solve alone. Creating system for collective action and shared risk management through their effectiveness is often debated. No? And so, in conclusion, global political institutions play an indispensable role in shaping the modern international order, providing structured framework for states to collaborate, manage conflicts, and address transnational challenges that transcend national borders, from maintaining peace, no, the UN, the NATO, to fostering regional unity, the African Union, regulating trade, the World Trade Organization, and upholding international justice, which is the International Court Crime, ICC. And then each institution serves unique but interconnected purposes, no? Reinforcing norms, facilitating collective decision making, and balancing state sovereignty with the need for global cooperation. While they face criticisms, no, over issues like representation, effectiveness, and enforcement power, their existence reflects a shared recognition among nations that many of the world's most pressing problems can only be solved through coordinated actions, no? And then as global challenges continue to evolve, like from climate change to digital security, these institutions will remain critical to building a more stable, equitable, and collaborative world, no? That's all, and this is my reference. Thank you for listening. I hope you have learned many things.